Hello everyone, welcome back on GK Talks. So I am here with the new educational video. So this video is containing explanation cum summary of grade 8 Honeydew book, and the chapter is the Great Stone Face 2. Great Stone Face 1 I have already explained in my earlier video. Many years passed. Ernest was now a man of middle age. To his neighbor, who never suspected that he was anything more than an ordinary and familiar face, he was only a humble and hard-working, though thoughtful person. But what about the old prophecy he heard about? Was it ever fulfilled? Let us read and find out. So, Great Stone Face 2 is the second part and the final part of the story. It tells us about the ending of the Great Stone Face 1. It answers all questions whether Ernest finds the Great Stone Face look alike or not. Ernest lives in his valley only. He is a very simple-hearted man. Ernest always helps others and works for everyone's betterment. Ernest is now popular all over the world for his wise thoughts. As Ernest grows old, a new poet emerges. He is a native of the valley only, and hears about Ernest. He returns to the valley to meet Ernest. On the other hand, Ernest is in the hope that the poet might be the look-alike. On his meeting with Ernest, the poet declares him to be the Great Stone Face look-alike, and everyone agrees. Ernest does not agree with this and still hold on to his hope. The second part of the story finally reveals all about the look-alike whom Ernest is waiting for. We learn that Ernest is still living in his native valley. He is not an old man. Ernest has a very kind and simple heart. He tries to work for the betterment of everyone. So let's begin the summary. With the passage of time, Ernest became old. He had wise thoughts in his mind. He had become famous all over the world. Men came from distant places to see and speak to him. The poet, a new poet, had appeared on earth while Ernest had been growing old. The poet was a native of Ernest Valley but had stayed in distant cities for a long time. Ernest happened to read his songs. He thought the poet must bear likeness with the Great Stone Face. He lifted his eyes to the mountain. The face seemed to smile but did not answer. So the poet had heard of Ernest's character. One day he came to his door. Ernest was reading a book and glancing lovingly at the mountain from time to time. Ernest gave him shelter for the night. The Great Stone Face looked kindly at the poet. The poet found Ernest wise, gentle, and kind. Ernest was also moved by the poet's mind. It seemed that Great Stone Face was bending forward to listen to the poet. Ernest examined the poet's features. He hoped the poet was the person he had been waiting for. The poet declared himself unworthy of the likeness of the stone face. His life was different from his poems. Ernest used to speak to his neighbors every evening. The poet also accompanied him. The poet listened to the talks. He felt that Ernest's life and character were a far nobler kind of poetry than his own poem. Just then the poet saw the Great Stone Face. He declared Ernest as the likeness of Great Stone Face. Everybody agreed with him. Ernest still hoped that someone wiser and better than himself would appear sometime, bearing a likeness to the Great Stone Face. So what the story conclude? The story concludes by telling us that the man who was in search of the look-alike turns out to be that himself. but because he has always wished for it to be someone else, he doesn't believe in it and waits for the right lookalike to arrive. I hope learners this explanation will be helpful for you. You can check my other videos related to English grade 7 and 8. The links are flashing on your screens. You can check all that. And if you like the video, do not forget to comment in comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.